everyone, Marlene aka Snow Gardener 307. We are just going to do some hodgepodge gardening videos. I don't know how this is going to turn out, but today is a new day and I've done a few things, so I want to show you guys. I don't know how this is all going to work out, but I do want to show you I finished planting my planters and I also cut back some of the plants that got frozen. So let me show you. So I planted this large planter here with a little bit of a hodgepodge of stuff I had left, and these are looking pretty good. Of course, this damage was not from the freeze. This was from my stupid mistake of putting them in the back of the truck. Same with this green potato vine, but everything's looking pretty good. So this stuff made it through the freeze okay. I do want to show you guys something really quick. So check out these lilies. So these lilies, see how they're kind of crazy? They're growing all crazy and stuff. Well, they were bulbs from Walmart and I took too long to plant them, so they were actually already growing in the package. So we'll see if they make it. It looks like they're going to bloom this year. I kind of put them next to this pot in this little corner to kind of protect them since they were growing so weird. And then I did get a little bit more set up on my porch. I bought this fountain for myself last year. I absolutely love sitting on the deck and having the water running. Then of course we've got this, which you've already seen. This is the other pot that I had to plant, and of course it is just a hodgepodge of things that was left over. I have a tiny little geranium in the middle that I am hoping is going to get larger. Then one of the things that jumped into my cart at Walmart was this beautiful basket. It was under $23 and it's just absolutely gorgeous. It just amazes me sometimes what you can get for not a lot of money. And then let's take a look around the yard and I'll tell you what I'm going to do right now. Well, tonight I'm going to be weeding these out right here, I hope. It's in the shade now. It's pretty warm here today, so I like working in the shade if I can. I've watered everything, and these are all lilacs, just so you guys know. They are all babies that came off of the lilacs that we have in the backyard. The reason why they're not bigger is because the deer keep eating them. So this fall we have got to get them covered so they can get a little bit bigger. We're hoping to make a natural block between the two yards and go along with that. But this is what I'm going to be working on right now. I am going to get a little bit of sun, but not too much. It is cooler. So I'm going to start weeding this out with all the daylilies. And then one of the things that I wanted to talk to you guys about is this phlox right here. So you can see it's doing really good. It's a creeping phlox, but I am actually going to take my big shovel and I'm going to cut it right here. And this piece of phlox right here is going to come over here to my spilled pot. I don't know if it's going to make it or not, but ladies and gentlemen, this is how Snow Gardener 307, aka Marlene, gardens. I try stuff, I see how it works. So this spilled pot right here has purple phlox in it. It used to have a lot more, but part of it died. So I figured, why not put that chunk of pink phlox right here, see if it will survive. The phlox is still growing down here, so that's the good thing. And these pots doing wonderful. The tree really helps shade them. These are doing really good, but my little friends, the deer, have come in and eaten all of the petunias off. So if you see this right here, they've just kind of munched them off. So that's why there's no flowers on those. And let's take a look at everything else. The grass is doing okay. It's not doing amazing, but that's what happens when it goes without water. It will be okay. We have more of this phlox right here, the pink, and it's not doing quite as good there, and it was planted at the same time as that other pink. I did plant all of the succulents here. The reason why I did this is because when we water, this bird bath kind of blocks them from getting the water, so I'm hoping we don't overwater them. These two pots here, the deer have munched on, so all of the petunias are gone, and I even had to put them back into the dirt. That's one of the things that's so hard when you have brand new petunias, is the deer will grab a hold of them, go to take a bite, and they pull the whole thing out. And so this is what's going to be cleared up today. All right, everybody, I will touch base with you in just a little bit. Hello, everybody. Wanted to show you the progress. It is beautiful out here tonight. This is my favorite time to get weeding and stuff done, as long as the mosquitoes don't eat me up, of course. You can see that the lights are starting to come on in the yard, so I thought I'd show you. Didn't get as far as I wanted to today, but still got progress done. Just so you guys know, along here, along the house and stuff, there are some flowers, but it is super, super dry over here. We had grass over here, and I struggled and struggled and struggled to keep it alive. So that fence that you see back there is going to come all the way up and all the way to the front of the house. So super excited about that. That's all of our wood for our wood burning stove right there. And the flowers are not doing amazing on this side because with that black plastic and not watering that grass, they are getting super, super dry. So we're going to have to give them a little bit more care. This didn't get touched at all, as you can see. Still a hot mess. But just so you guys know, this black plastic is going to come straight across all of this grass over to the porch, and then it'll be so nice because we'll have a path through here and through the gate, and you'll go into the backyard. Somebody did ask me if I have a backyard. Just so you guys know, I do. It is definitely a work in progress. So the lilacs are doing absolutely amazing. I have got that backside all weeded, and my neighbor's yard, she is an elderly woman, and so we mow it for her and stuff, and I've started getting her dandelions out. She does water it, but as soon as I'm done here, I'm probably going to give her grass some water too. So I've done about, I don't know, 2 feet worth of dandelions through this side of the yard, and every time I weed mine, I'll probably continue weeding hers. You can see where my mat is that I sit on, so you can see all of these weeds here and how dry it is, but we like to help her as much as we can. And on the front here, I still have to do all of this area right here along the front, so still need to cut through this. But over here where you see this bag of dirt, I am all done on this side. I am removing these rocks in the front because they are a pain in the butt to mow around, and I hate weed eating. So we are changing the look of this. The riverbed right here, we got all of this weeded through here around all of the lilacs over there. The riverbed is going to maintain these big rocks right here just to keep the river rock where they need to be. Next, after I get done weeding that, I'm going to take all of these rocks out and build it up, kind of like what I did with the other one. But some of the lights are on, some of them are not. I don't know if this American flag one right here is actually working. I think you can see this one right here is lit up, but it may not be dark enough. It may not be charged enough yet. And absolutely love it. See, like this light right here is not on yet. I haven't been home to see which ones are actually working and which ones aren't. These ones in the front are my absolute favorite. They're so bright and they're beautiful, and they're actually part glass instead of just being plastic. And so you can see this through here. There is my little gnome. I'm going to have to go show you my gnome because he is so dang cute. I just love this time of night. I don't know about you guys. So these lights right here are not on at all, so I don't know if they're not getting charged during the day because the tree is so bright, because these ones here aren't as bright either. And this one is on. It's just really, really light. So let's go look at our gnome. Here is our fountain at night. So it's just super, super nice. And we're on the porch. Oh, let there be light. I didn't mean for that to happen, but my gnome is so funny because he looks like a little Christmas tree. All right, everybody. So this is the progress that I made today. We are getting there one flower bed at a time, and we've got to get back on track. Hi everyone, I'm back. It's been a couple days, but like I told you guys, I'm probably just going to hodgepodge these together. I did want to let you know and show you what I've been doing today. Yesterday I wasn't able to garden or anything because I taught 10 hours worth of classes, so I was gone from the house for 12 hours, so I did not garden or anything. But let me go ahead and turn you around and show you what we've done. So I got this side all weeded out, and I got some new dirt put in. And the violas, I just did these today. These violas go crazy over here by these lilac bushes. When you move them, they get very, very angry. So they should come back. And I'm working on this right here. And you can see where that bag of dirt is standing up. That's the last of where I have to go. So I don't have much to go. I do want to show you guys, of course, we've got the beautiful poppies in here as well. But let me show you guys the backyard. And this still has not been done. This is how much fabric I had right here. So I went ahead and laid this down, and this fabric is going to go over all of this grass all the way over to the porch here. And before we go out back, let's just take a look. I realized that whatever perennial I had planted here, I don't remember what it was, did not make it. So we have a Baumgartner here, and they had a whole bunch of plants, but they weren't looking very good, so they gave me like half off, 75% off. So I went ahead and planted 3 things right here. We'll see how they do. I also planted some moss right here. That was 2 containers of it, so not very expensive. And then I lost this last year, same plant, and so I picked up another one of those. And the wheelbarrow's looking okay, but oh, let me show you guys. Just walk along these so that you can see. And all the brown that you see in here, this is all the flower petals that came off of the tree. And so we've got some poppies here as well. So absolutely beautiful. Normally right here, you can see there's a tiny bit right here. Normally I have a great big huge mint plant right there. And so I don't know what happened or what made it angry. And the yellow, I've got some more poppies there. These pots are very, very happy here. I had an extra coleus that I just bought, and of course that's just an annual, but it will be so beautiful if the deer don't eat it. I do want to show you guys these irises. These irises came from plants that are probably at least 30 years old. The first time I got some of these was in high school, and I got them for my mom, and they have multiplied, and we've split them and split them and split them. And I know I probably talked to you guys about these already, but they're blooming. And then I've got to show you these purple ones. Absolutely gorgeous. And the wheelbarrow is doing okay. Grass is looking somewhat better. I don't remember what color these are, so I'll have to show you guys those when they open up. My bird bath, I did plant some succulents up here, as I told you guys. And for some reason, these daisies right here are not happy, because this bunch here, another bunch on the other side, and a bunch over there were all planted at the same time. So do you see this right here, how this plant is now all of a sudden up? It's like the deer grabbed a hold of it, so I really have to watch these. This is the snowball bush, not doing amazing, but it is still alive. And these are all lilacs, and they are multiplying. And all of these lilacs, I'll show you where they came from. They all came from an old bush in the back, but every year they're getting eaten. So this fall, we're just going to do some T-posts and some chicken wire or something like that. So here is the flower bed that I told you guys is not doing amazing because it's so hot. There are flowers still alive here, and I am watering them, but it's just so dry next to the house right here. And then here are the Yorkies, and this is our makeshift fence right now. But let me take you into the backyard just so you guys know it is a disaster, but I want you guys to see where we're starting from. And of course, with 3 doggos, it definitely gets even messier. All right, close that up so they can't go anywhere. And you're going to see there's a whole bunch of windows and stuff back here. It's because originally I wanted to build a greenhouse out of windows. So here is wood, and we do have a wood burning stove. Here is the puppy pool. Yep, that's for the little mini-me's. And then this side of the yard doesn't look too bad. This was a great big huge stump that my son and husband got when they did wood, and the puppies love to stand on it and sit on it, so they've kind of left it. So this lilac bush right here is the bush that all of these came off. And today, let me look at the date really quick. It is June 17th. And this tells you what kind of weather we've been having. So we've got these beautiful lilacs. It is a super old bush, but it is still producing more of the runners off of it. And that's what was all in the front. And this is an apple tree that was planted not last year, the year before, and it had a really hard struggle. So my husband cleaned it all out and trimmed it down and stuff, and so we're hopeful it's going to do better. Then we have this other really old lilac bush back here, and of course it is a different color of purple, so absolutely love that. We did have a bush back there, but it didn't make it. This is the fence that my husband built for me after I told him that I wanted one out of corrugated metal and wood. And he will eventually cut all the tops of those a little bit shorter and put lights on the top of them as well. And I've got to stain it again this year. I didn't stain it last year, so it definitely needs it again. All of these bushes are the neighbor's bushes. Loki. And so let's take a look at our disaster. Look at the house is halfway painted on the back. That's my fault, just so you guys know. This house used to be that white color, and where the brown is, it used to be pink. So all of these old antique windows that you see piled up here, this is eventually going to be for a greenhouse. I don't know if my husband's going to use it for the greenhouse he's going to build on this property or on the other property. Then, of course, we've just got a shed there. Let me show you guys my weed patch back here, because that is all that is back here right now. Oh, and I forgot I have water. So this right here, it is fenced off because the Yorkies dug up a bunch of bulbs that I had planted here, not last year, but the year before. So it looks like a bunch of weeds. But if you look closely, I promise, there are flowers in there. That bird bath back there, I got at an auction. I absolutely love it. So I've still got to weed through this, and I'm obviously not going to walk this way, but we have got more wood, we've got more windows, we have got some gardening garbage here. This is my greenhouse frame that I use. It's just a little one that I got from Sam's Club, but since we went on vacation this year, nothing in the greenhouse. What I'm watering here is not just weeds, but we've got rhubarb plants right back here, and then over here fenced around. Let me see if I can get a little bit closer. These are all raspberry bushes. So we're getting some raspberries growing as well. So this is what the yard looks like. And so from right here, if you just look right here, it looks pretty nice. And the doggos are so silly. They love it back here. And they have definitely built some paths across the grass. But let me tell you guys what my vision is. So my vision is that this area back here, along with all of the garden and where all of this wood is piled, all back through here, and I want to build a little fence that goes along here and have this be all garden area, and it would be a short little fence. And then my husband, over right here where the yard doesn't look too bad, is actually going to build me a greenhouse and a shed. And so the greenhouse right here, the reason why we decided for a greenhouse here is you'll notice that there are no big trees in the way or anything. So that is the backyard. And we've got our back door, which the deck that's here is the original one, and it's falling apart, but it does okay for now. And we've just got a big pile of heaven knows what. And there used to be grass right here, just so you guys know. This is where the doggos have definitely killed the grass, but we'll get it back. So this is my backyard. Certainly not as beautiful as the front yard, but I had people ask me what we're working with, so I wanted to show you. And it will be kind of fun as we start to improve the backyard to have video to show what it used to be like. All right, everybody, I am going to go ahead and sign off for now. It's dark out, and guess who's still gardening? I was just gardening by the flashlight on my phone. But I am going to go ahead and close out today's video, but I wanted to show you guys what I was trying to get done in the dark. So let me go ahead and turn you around. Okay, so I have the light on my phone so you guys can see. And this corner right here is still wild and free, and I haven't started it. I don't know why, but somehow I ended up starting right in the middle of the flower bed. So this is where I started. And this is my clematis right here that I wanted to get cleared out. And we've got a daylily there, and we've got some lilies here. And then I built this little river bed right here. Not for necessarily decoration, but for when the water comes off of the house. And so this flower bed is actually going to be expanded just a little bit. So those lilies, while they look like they're right next to the grass, they're not going to be. And so I just made it around this lily and around this light. And I am in the process of trying to clear enough of this ground cover out to clear the next clematis. So I've got a bucket there, you can see. And so I just got this little bit done of this flower bed, but it made me feel so much better. I do want to show you guys that I finished this flower bed. And so all that's in here are lilacs. There are also violas in here, and there are also some poppies in here. The violas and poppies were not actually planted. They just came along with all of the lilacs, but that is done. So we've got that whole bed done. And again, you can see the lights, and you can see how peaceful it looks. And of course, I've got some water going right now in my car. and my light does not want to focus. So that's the flower bed that I'm working on. And so I know you probably can't see me. I'm going to go back up on the porch so that the light will come on. I do want to thank you guys for joining me for this hodgepodge of gardening with Snow Gardener 307. There's the light, so now you guys can see me. And I am going to be working the next 3 days, so I might be doing a little bit of gardening, but not much because I work 12-hour shifts. So I just wanted to say, I hope you guys have a blessed day. And if you are a fellow gardener, I hope that all of your plants and vegetables and fruit and whatever you're gardening are doing amazing. Till I see you guys next time, have an amazing day. Bye.